Welcome back to another hits or misses episode. Today we're talking about the hits and the misses from August. I am going to start with the misses. I have more hits than misses today, so that's exciting. I also added maybes, so it's actually hits, misses, and maybes. So my first miss for the month of August was the Olive and June manicure set. I have been advertised this non-stop on Instagram, and I am just like very susceptible to Instagram ads, and so I ended up purchasing it, and I'm gonna be honest, I hated it. I hated the polish so much. It chipped within the first day, and it comes with this thing that is supposed to help you like paint your nails better, and I think it's made it harder. It's supposed to, I guess, like help you grip. Part of the reason I paid, I think like a lot of money. Maybe not $100, but too much money for what this was, because I thought I would be able to use it on all of my nail polishes, and if I liked it, then I would get to use it a lot. It doesn't work on any polishes except for the Olive and June. You pull this off and it goes on, so you can't use it on any other polishes that you might have. With the fact that like I didn't like this polish, then this became useless, and also I will say that it didn't work as well as I thought it would. So big loss on that. I will say things that I did like is it came with this buffer. I like the buffer, but you can get these at Target for like no dollars. And I wished it would have come with like a cuticle tool to push your cuticles back. It does come with a cuticle serum, which is cool, but you get like a manicure set, you kind of hope it'll come with like a tool of some kind. What I did really love is the acetone-free polish remover. It has like the sponge on the inside, and you just kind of dip your nail in, twist it, and it really does get all of the polish off in like one fell swoop. And then it came in this box that I use now all the time. I have like all of my manicure-esque things in here. Now, the polish that I do like, and I will say is overwhelmingly less expensive and twice the quality, is the Sally Hansen Insta Dry. I'll hold them close to you. So the colors that I have are Buff and Tumble and Hail Cherry. Hail Cherry is what I have on today. They go on like very thick, like you could do one coat if you wanted. I usually do two. They dry very fast, and I can keep it nice for a good 2 weeks. So that's my recommendation. So this was my first miss of the month. I'm like a little embarrassed to even tell you about my second miss, but I'm gonna do it. I bought the Hibby 10-minute aroma matches. These I saw an actor did like a Vogue Tour My Home thing, or like things I can't live without, one of those kind of videos, and he talked about these Hibby matches, and I ordered them. I paid, let's see how much I actually paid for these. I'm gonna look it up. It's embarrassing. I got 2 packs of them, and I paid like $38 for 2 packs of matches. And here's the thing, when I ordered them, I thought I was gonna get like a bunch. I didn't. Each box had 8 matches in it. So each of these was almost $20 a box for 8 matches. And like they smell good, but they don't smell that good, and they last for 10 minutes. And now I'm too scared to use them. I've used one, and I'm like, all right, well, use another one next year. The weirdest, worst purchase that I made all month. Okay, so let's talk about our maybes. My first maybe is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint with niacinamide, squalene, and hyaluronic acid, and SPF 40. Let's see. The color that I have is Rendezvous. Is that the color? I think it's Rendezvous. Here is the deal. I really like this. The reasons that I like it, it goes on kind of dewy. It's what I have on today. I have dry skin, so sometimes I have like dry patches. I'm not a foundation wearer, never have been not since high school or middle school. So I will wear like a BB cream or something like that. So I don't mind if like my freckles show through or you can see my skin, like that's what I want. So with that, like this is a very, 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 very light coverage. Perfect for me, exactly what I want it to be. And it doesn't like attach to my dry patches if I have a dry patch on my skin, which like the BB cream that I was using before does do that. The reason it's a maybe is kind of twofold. One, this is $50 and I just think that's too expensive for like 1 ounce of makeup, and it's not like that great, you know, it's not like $50 great. The other reason that it's a maybe is because it's supposed to be a serum that is good for your skin, but you don't put it on until the end. So I don't put it on until after my moisturizer is already on my skin. And so the likelihood of the molecules actually being able to like get to my skin, I think that's pretty low. So I really don't think I'm getting the benefits of like the niacinamide, the squalene, or the hyaluronic acid. I honestly don't. I do appreciate that it is a mineral sunscreen, and that is what I think it really is. I think it's a tinted mineral sunscreen, and because of that, I enjoy it. And I will use this whole bottle and I will love that. And I don't know if I'll pay $50 for it again. I'll probably try a different BB cream. So maybe. My second maybe is this ice cube tray. I got this on Amazon. I was very pumped about it because it has a lid, and the lid kind of locks down and it goes like this. I was super pumped because I wanted the one with the lid because then you can stack them on top of each other, and that felt genius, and to me makes it worth the purchase. I made some veggie bone broth, I put it in the cubes, and it can stay in my fridge indefinitely, or you know, for 3 months. It's how long it stays good, but it doesn't impact anything else, you know what I mean? I'm not like worried about it in there. If I have to fill up more than one at a time, I can stack them on top of each other. I don't have to worry about the water spilling out or getting all over the place. The reason it's a maybe is that while this is dry, you know, not frozen, the lid works perfectly. But when it's frozen, this like seal around the edge comes up and off, and that's kind of inconvenient. It makes me feel like it's gonna break sooner than I'd like. And I got really spoiled with ice cube trays that were soft so that I could just kind of pop them, you know, and pop the ice up. So you have to kind of old school break the ice and like uncomfortably like dump it out. So that's just like lightly inconvenient. But otherwise, if you have like a tiny freezer like we have and you want something to store, be able to stack your ice up nicely, I did love it. Let's talk about our hits. I have 3. Actually, I have 4 hits. I think I have 4 hits. Oh, no, this one's a maybe, and only for one reason. So I got the Versed Retinol Serum, Gentle Retinol Serum. I, in the last hits of this video, talked about the Pixie Retinol Tonic, and I hated it so much. This I loved. I use it every single night, which I think for retinol is amazing. I use it every single night, and I don't know if it's this guy's fault or my first hit, this guy, if it's its fault. But normally the week before I start my period, I will get like a couple of breakouts down here. And this month I didn't get anything. And I think it's this guy. Like my gut says it's this guy that made that possible, because essentially like every day you're resurfacing your skin lightly. I could not recommend this more. I will continue to use this until it's time for me to like go stronger with my retinol, but big fan. The reason that this is a maybe is just because to see true results from retinol, you have to wait a while. And so I've only been using it for about a month, and I can't really tell you how it's gonna impact me long term or how good it will be, but I can say that right now I love it. My first hit is the PMD Facial Cleansing Brush. It's amazing. I just use it every single night to clean my skin. I wet my face, I put the cleanser on, and then I wet this, and I just kind of go all around. A couple of reasons why I love this. Number one, it's kind of gently exfoliating my skin every day, so I can tell a major difference in skin texture. It's massaging my skin, so it's getting like the blood flow activated, and I can like feel my skin feeling like fresher and more alive and more regenerative. The other thing about it is I've had facial cleansing brushes in the past. So what I've had before has been more like a Clarisonic with like the cloth bristles, but eventually I started to feel weird about it. It's kind of hard to clean those. It started to make me feel like I was like over exfoliating my skin, and because it's like a big spinning brush and it's like kind of tough fiber, so it felt like I was like consistently over exfoliating, and it just got a little gross feeling. This guy's antimicrobial and there's not a lot of place for like gunk to get caught up. The other cool thing is it has another feature for just facial massage. So if I put my serum and my moisturizer on, then I can do like a facial massage with the other side. And I think like lymph drainage and depuffing, all of these things are so good for facial massage. It also apparently is good for like anti-aging. I don't know how, so I can't tell you that, but I will say that somehow these two things were a miracle for my skin this month, and I don't know who's the primary culprit for the win, but I can't recommend either of these more. My next win is these new lip products. It's what I'm wearing today. It's Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. The color I'm wearing today is Heroin, and I also have Dancer, which is a little bit more red, less pink orange. So these are them. Ta-da! And I only use long-lasting lipsticks. I just like don't mess with anything else because I hate when it rubs off on things. These last forever. They're kind of sticky. Like they do get a little bit sticky, but I just love the color range. I love like there's like multiple tones of red, which I think is really fun. And it goes on really well. Because they are kind of sticky, I will say that I am also a really big fan of the Maybelline Super Stay crayon. This is like my holy grail, ride or die, use it the most. This one's in Laugh Louder. It looks like this. So it's like a crayon, but it's long lasting, but it feels creamy. It has a sharpener on the other end, which I've never used. And it feels creamy and moisturizing, but stays on all day long. If I put lip balm on before, it won't stay on. But if I put it on its own, it will stay on all day long and just feels like creamy magic. However, it's not as long lasting as these guys. So if you want something that's gonna like really be with you all day long, these are your picks. This one for more subtle, vibrant, but like more subtle than these guys are, if that makes sense. And not as sticky. My last one is a book, Calypso by David Sedaris. This was my favorite read this summer. If you don't know, David Sedaris is my absolute favorite author, like in the world. Maybe the only author whose books I've read every single one of. I read every single one of his books. This is the last one that I hadn't read, and it was just such a delight. The reason that I liked it so much is because of two things. One, he's at a different stage of his life in this book than he's been in other books in the past, where he's really been like struggling artist. This is him kind of dealing with the woes of success, of like feeling like he's gonna get recognized in places, but then it not really being him, or him owning a beach house and like the weird complications with that. And I think he did it so well. It's so self-deprecating and delightful and honest that it was just a really fun read. So if you're looking for something that's gonna make you laugh out loud, help you to not take yourself too seriously, you just need to like get away for a little bit, Calypso is the one. Check it out. So those are my hits and misses from the month of August. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let me know if you have any video requests in the comments below, and I will work on making that happen for you. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and hit the like button. That'll help me to know that you like these videos, and also, you know, help you to be in contact with me because I produce 2 new videos every single week. See you soon.